Entrepreneurs and business owners don't fail because they lack talent. They fail because they wait too long to get help. The average business owner will spend $3,000 on a laptop, $1,500 on branding, $2,000 on ads, but hesitate to invest in a $350 month in month structured accountability. And hesitation cost them years. You're falling behind, and it's going to take you a lot more money to catch up. Smart entrepreneurs don't invest when they're comfortable, they invest when they're serious. Let's talk about the $100,000 myth. You don't need to hit $100,000 before you get coaching. Coaching is often what gets you there. Many entrepreneurs believe I'll invest once I'm profitable, I'll join coaching after I scale. But the truth, businesses under $100,000 struggle most with clarity, consistency, discipline, and revenue predictability. The sub on the $100,000 stage is where systems are weak, pricing is unclear, messaging is inconsistent, and follow up is poor. What coaching does for you, it reduces wasted time, it eliminates guesswork, and forces execution. You have someone there to hold you accountable for the things that you are working on, and you're not just going to do it when you feel like it. Waiting until 100K to get coaching is like waiting until you're in shape to hire a trainer. It's not needed. Now let's talk about the isolation problem. Entrepreneurs under 100K is lonely, and isolation slows your growth. Most early entrepreneurs work alone. They don't have structured feedback, don't have strategic conversations. They rely on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, social media gurus that they're looking up online. And to tell you the truth, none of that is going to work because you're not able to ask someone what you should do. You're not able to be held accountable for the things that you say you're going to do, because in most cases, once we run into a problem, we pivot because we're uncomfortable. And that's where a coach comes in. What entrepreneurs lack: real-time accountability, community pressure, strategic correction. Now, what I mean by strategic correction is when you see a flaw and you may identify it yourself, you may say in your subconscious mind that I'm going to keep doing it this way because it should work. But if you have someone looking from the outside in and giving you a different perspective, you can correct your action strategically. Now, what group coaching provides? Weekly recalibration. Now, when you are entering your week and you look back on what you feel like you did wrong when you're working alone, it's no one there to tell you, no, if I was looking at this and I was trying to purchase something from you, I wouldn't understand what you're trying to sell or what you are offering me or why I need it. So, weekly recalibration with a group of people helps you identify your market quicker. Momentum through shared wins. If you hear someone else winning and they're doing something similar to you, you are more in tune to do more to get to where they are. And it's not jealousy, it's accountability, it's motivation. Seeing wins and seeing others prosper will only come back into you if you're a part of a group that's like that. Exposure to how others solve problems. You and I may think differently. You and someone else in a group may think differently. But if we are tackling the same problem, who could get it done faster? And now I can ask you, what did you do? Because I did this and it didn't work. And then you can start collaborating. You build relationships, you build a network, you build long lasting business relationships that you can collaborate on or partner on to get even a bigger bag. You don't need more information, you need environment. Execution increases dramatically when someone is expecting results from you. So if you're working with someone in a group or you're working under a coach and you tell them, I'm going to do this by this date, you're more likely to get it done than if you were telling yourself, I'm going to get it done by this date. Because what we do in our minds is make excuses of why I can't get it done by that date. And deadlines push us to be great. Even if we don't meet that deadline, we got closer than we would have by ourselves. Now, alone, you negotiate with yourself, you delay, you justify. So that subconscious mind of you not doing will always enter when you're alone. But if you're in a group, you declare goals publicly. And what does that do for you? You don't want to look like the guy that doesn't, or the girl that doesn't follow through. You report weekly progress. So if you're in a group and you're reporting your progress on how you're working, two or three things can happen, or three of three things can happen. You can meet your goal quicker, or you can identify what you're doing wrong earlier, or you could collaborate with someone to help you meet that goal faster than you would by yourself. You face your blind spots head on. What do I mean by that? Because everyone thinking of a blind spot, you can't see it. How can you face it head on? Well, if someone in your group can see your blind spot, you're facing them, so you're facing it head on. You have a view of everything that's going on outside of your perspective. Now let's talk about data. Data doesn't lie. I know everyone heard the Little Wayne song, women lie, men lie, numbers don't. Well, tell you the truth, numbers don't lie. So people are 65% more likely to hit goals with accountability. That jumps to 95% with scheduled check-ins. Google it, chat GPT it, do whatever you need to do. I am right about this. Why is that number so high? Because you are not doing it alone. And like I said earlier, someone is holding you accountable. You don't want to look like the guy or girl that doesn't follow through. So your anxiety lifts, the pressure is on, and you get it done, or you quit. And no one wants to be a quitter. Your goals don't need motivation, they need structure. Now let's talk about the cost of delayed growth. The real risk isn't investing $350 a month. It's staying stuck for another year. Let's think about how many years you said you were going to start that coaching or fitness program, or I was going to start that cleaning business, or I was going to get in real estate and be a real estate agent. But when you became a real estate agent, what happened? It was harder than you thought. Doing it by yourself and not having someone to hold you accountable, not having someone to motivate you to keep going, not inspiring you by seeing, you're not being inspired by seeing others do well in real estate or in fitness. Whatever journey that you're on, you need a group of people that will hold you accountable and motivate you to do better. What did you do last year? What did you make last year? What would a 25% increase mean for you? What would 2 to 3 consistent new customers monthly do for your revenue? What would clarity and systems change inside your business or your program? Now, $350 a month versus $4,200 a month, or a year. Or like the corporations pay $40,000 for one coach to make over $100 million. I'm not charging entrepreneurs to steal your money. I'm charging you to commit to something that you truly believe in. I'm here to hold you accountable. I'm here to help you work through every idea and bridge the gap between idea and execution and get to that championship trophy that you desperately want, that life that you deserve, that time that you want back to spend with your family, your wife, your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your kids, your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, go on trips. Do things that you want to do by having more time to do them, by executing and bringing in revenue quicker. Growth delays is more expensive than coaching. Think about buying new software, new laptop, new camera, booking with that videographer, booking with that photographer, putting out material and don't have a reason to put it out or know why you're doing something. Not strategically planning based off the data that you are analyzing or you're not analyzing to be great. High-level thinkers invest in trajectory, not comfort. We want to go up. A lot of people go sideways and then go down. Start over, go up, sideways, and back down. But I have something to tell you. Every time you start something new, there's going to be a new problem that presents itself because you don't know the ins and outs of what you're doing. So starting a business is more to it than just I'm going to work and get money. If you're going to do that, you need a job. When it comes to business, you need to understand scaling, marketing, product development, revenue, budgets, and a lot more things when you get into managing your own business. Because one day you'll be managing and supervising and looking over multiple people to make sure that your numbers look right from month to month or quarter to quarter. What smart entrepreneurs understand is speed versus perfection. We want to do things fast with quality, and we don't wait analyzing what could go wrong. But when things do go wrong, we fix them immediately. Now, community versus isolation. I will always choose community over isolation because you are a human being. We long for relationships. Building relationships builds you more revenue than working alone when no one likes you or knows you. Systems over hustle. You could run on a treadmill every day, but if you get in town and run to a destination, it feels a lot different. Once you get to that destination, you feel great. You know where you're going. You have a roadmap. Even if it takes a while, once you reach that destination, if you don't stop and turn around, you feel way better than you would have if you never did it. People that want to succeed don't ask, can I afford it? No, they make a way to get the money to be great. Or will this accelerate me? Will this make my business better? That's up to you, because at the end of the day, this is your idea, your business, whatever you want to do. It's solely dependent on how much effort you put in. I could tell you this road leads to $1 million, but it's up to you to decide on how you're going to get there. Smart entrepreneurs buy time. Average entrepreneurs buy comfort. Listen, if you're serious about hitting $100,000, breaking plateaus, building real systems, and doing it with structure and accountability, that's exactly why this group exists. This isn't $40K a month. This is $350 a month or $2,000 annually. And really, I may be doing myself a disservice for all the gems that I'll be giving you when I charge companies $40,000 and on the low end $20,000 a month to implement everything that I'm going to be teaching you. And you may say, what are you going to be teaching me? I'm going to be teaching you, one, how to develop the right process, how to bridge that gap from idea to destination, and a lot of other materials and things, while giving you software that you can use to process payments and do other things. That's just one gem. But I'm here to help you grow faster, get to your goals quicker, and beat out the competition. This is for entrepreneurs who understand momentum matters more than ego. If you want weekly strategy, if you want accountability, if you want to stop guessing and stop doubting yourself, join us.